to the global pandemic, a lot of things changed that we didn't expect to happen. This also includes the students who are taking the College Board AP exams here in May. The tests were not cancelled even though we have to practice social distancing. Students can still earn credit and be recognized for all of their hard work this year. Tests are now being taken online at the same time all around the world. I was wondering how AP students are preparing for the big tests. So, I spoke with a few students and our AP test coordinator.
Rather than having a face-to-face exam administration, the tests switched to something that can be done online and at home. And for most of the exams, they'll be about 45 minutes, and students can use their books or their notes, and they're welcome to submit their responses to College Board, and those will be graded in place of the traditional AP exams. And another big thing that has impacted a lot of our students this year is the testing time. So it was decided that students had to take the AP tests at the same time around the world, which kind of puts our students at a disadvantage because they had to test super early in the morning. So those are two things that have definitely changed from last year.
Looking back at everything that we've gone over in the past few months, and I'm taking into consideration things that I struggled with, and I'm really focusing on those to make sure that I have a complete and good understanding of all the topics that we've covered. Because now that the AP tests are all FRQs and like LEQs, I'm worried about not knowing all the information.
I focused on content review at first, but because I feel like in an aspect it's easier because there's just one straightforward way of answering a question that you have to focus on studying. So for history, that's the DBQ, and for psych, which I'm also taking, it's the FRQ. So you basically just have to focus on those two rubrics, but I'm still not sure how this year's test is going to come out, so I'm still working really hard on drilling those two types of questions.
They must log in and be logged into their accounts before, well before the testing time. And it's also important that they submit their materials properly. So if they have internet problems on the testing day itself, they will have a chance to retake it. But I think what's most important is because you're not taking the test at DIS and I'm not collecting the materials like I did last year, it's really important to make sure that students have submitted their tasks correctly.
Since the format of the exam is changed this year, it's open note and open book, so the types of questions that they ask is different this year. So it's kind of hard to change my habit of solving questions because they give lots of questions in short amount of time. So I need to be fast in solving the questions. But since the amount of contents reduced, so it's not terribly difficult to prepare for the exam.
Nobody in this world, right? Nobody's ever taken the AP test this way. You know, there aren't any practice tests or any like previous material that we can go off of. Because you know how, like in the normal AP tests, we kind of have a general idea, you know, what type of questions are going to come out and what concepts are going to come out. But with this, because it's like completely new and College Board says, we've got questions where you can't cheat. So we're like, we don't know what's going to come out. Like, it's like everybody's going in this blind. So for that, like in that aspect, I, you know, basically have kind of only the FRQs from previous years that I can go off of, but I can't really, you know, be specific or know specifically what's going to come out. And for the format, like I did, you know, the only way to kind of prepare for the format is to get used to, you know, either typing your answers or writing your answers and sending them to your computer, and also try the demos that they actually send emails to everybody. And you try the demos and kind of get used to the whole system. And I think that's the only way to really prepare for the changes that are coming.
This year's exam, it's way different from what we are used to do. And since everybody is experiencing this difficulty, I think you all would be able to overcome those difficulties and do well, as you have prepared hard for it. And you have a makeup exam in June if your Wi-Fi connection fails, or sibling comes in to interrupt you, or anything else that disrupt your testing. So don't be too nervous on your May exam, and you do fine.
I would say that for anyone who's considering whether they should take APs or not, personally, I think if you're interested in the subject, you should 100% go for it, because even though there's been a lot of changes with the AP curriculum that we've experienced, it was still a good experience to learn all this new stuff and have it be at a higher level. It's really mentally stimulating and engaging, and our teachers are great. So I think if anybody's considering whether they should take an AP, definitely do it, because even with all these challenges, it's still pretty fun.
I believe in each and every one of you. You guys have worked so hard to get to this point, and I know that even though there's a challenge with the different testing format, this is still a culmination of your effort over the years, and I know that you guys will rock the test and make DIS proud.
Despite the strange circumstances of COVID-19, I realize how DIS students are dedicated, resilient, and passionate about success. Good luck to all of the AP testers. I totally understand how difficult it is to take the test because of the time difference. So, make sure to get enough sleep, eat healthy foods to boost your brain, and to keep you awake despite the difficulties you have to overcome. We are cheering for you.